Indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. Another opportunity for us to melt the compartmentalized. I went and looked, and apparently compartmentalizing is when we separate aspects of life, of mind, of energy systems, even, so that we can improve our focus or stop competing ideas from clashing. I thought about how, for the most part, I stream in this space, right? And it's almost like a little compartment that I stream within. And I thought about melting that a little bit today. Maybe moving around a little bit more, recreating new spaces as I continue to go. It's close to being warm enough to be outside again. And I'm sure that we'll have streams under trees very soon. For now, I'll be the green alongside the wall, of course. And then let's start melting the compartments, shall we? Compartment 1. Hey, what are you screaming about? What are you screaming about? You see you're working your sticks. You're definitely working them sticks, huh? You a good girl? What's up? You should be chillaxo. Be a good girl. What's your birdie friends? Look outside. I'll be back, okay? You'll be good. Yo, I'm back. Madhav. Welcome back, dear friend. It's nice. Ah, the bird says, it's nice having you here. Thank you for joining us. I am going to do something. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make some sort of concoction. I'm gonna drink my Dr. Hyde. No, it's Dr. Jekyll. I'm Mr. Hyde. I'm gonna drink my Mr. Hyde potion. Yes. You can see. You are looking fabulous. Thanks. That's nice of you to say. It is actually Saturday today. I don't trust myself. Yeah. Pretty sure it's Saturday. Seems pretty Saturday to me. Yeah, now you can see what's going on. What am I doing? I'm melting compartments. Now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess 8's the number today. I think so. Neat. How about these compartments we're having? Yes. A magic potion. I will now drink blue. Have you eaten breakfast? I rarely eat breakfast. Because I'm having my dinner right now. That's nice. I really like the honeycomb window clings on the cabinets. It's pretty, huh? It really does add a little bit of synchronicities between the two. The siren call of breakfast drama It's almost too powerful to resist. I hope you have an amazing day, and I hope you have good luck with your YouTube channel. Dad's boy forever. That's cute. Thank you, friend, for blessing me with such good luck. Yes, suddenly the channel explodes. Suddenly we have 1 trillion viewers. But no, there's not even 1 trillion people on planet Earth. Even the robots are gonna watch. The robots will make more of themselves to watch. That drink looks amazing. Can you show the recipe? It's creatine and methylene blue. Oh. Alright, I'm over it. Oh, it's not good. It's not something you drink because it tastes good. Madhav. It's something you drink because apparently it is good. It just spotted something. I was like, what is that? Just a charger. Yeah. Boom. Compartment 1 melted. Now we're gonna get closer. You know what? I was gonna go and sit on this compartment, but how about no? How about this compartment instead? Ah, the sun shining behind us. Yes. I don't think I'm done actually yet. I'm pretty sure I'm going to little by little melt the compartments between my mind as well. Yeah, it's gonna be a day of presence. Ooh, oh yeah, I can feel the presence kicking in right now. I should actually have taken my vitamins too. Why not? Let's stack. Let's stack even more. Yeah. How about this compartment instead? The sun hurty. Tell me about it, Sam. It's pretty out there though. Jeebies. Look. Rock your eyes. Rock. Ah. It's pretty. Can you show me the outer view of Indiana? This is the view from our window, dear friend. There are people with houses. Well, those houses are vacant, and then there is a castle, basically, peeking out of those forests. I'm not sure the insertive quantity of sunlight can affect vampire skin through a screen, but I still don't appreciate it. Well, all I know is that I must be one of the strong vampires, because I regenerate faster than it can hurt me. Yes. I'm completely not in date. If you want, I'll forget to take my vitamins long enough so I can start on a Monday, but not today. According to my vitamins, it's Thursday. How about that for melting compartments? Yeah, how about that? That's not how it works, no. Well, I can't read. That sign can tell me what to do. I can't read. Oh man, goosebumps. Swallowing a bunch of the vitamins is also apparently not something I like doing. Yeah, you thought that was gonna be the compartment. Actually, no, this is the compartment. Boom. More compartmentalizing. Clear weather, fresh air, sunshine. That's amazing. It really is, actually. You're not wrong. Really, such a beautiful view. It's awesome. I'll stare out of this window for hours, literally. All right. You see, we're now finding a compartment within which to be comfortable. I would like to see how long it will take for these things to synergize. I don't usually stack them one after the other. Say namaste. Please. Giggly Quest Gaming. Namaste to you. The divinity in me recognizes and appreciates the divinity in you, dear friend. India is like full of mixed weather. The weather here is very, very unpredictable, and you know the air quality of some states of India is the worst. But I'm safe here in the fresh air of Uttarakhand. I have probably said that incorrectly, but I'm happy that you're breathing fresh air, friend. Yeah, closer to the rural states, I'm guessing. The state of India, also known as Land of God. That's cool. I'm gonna go and compartmentalize this bird. Whoa. Whoa, Nani? I don't even have my microphones plugged in. How about that for not being in my compartments? Hey! Hey! Stop, Zoe! Look, there's a bird, there's you on TV! Look, what's that? What's that? That's you! There's you on TV right now! Who did other use? Yeah, be a good girl. I wasn't gonna have to come back and talk to you or something, though. Just relax, though. And you're screaming. You're screaming. Stop. Yeah. You can just relax. Yeah. Now you can be a good girl. I will come and get you, but not right now. Okay? Not right now. All right? Okay. You have held the space from me. I spilled my smoothie all over me. And now I look like a smurf. Blueberry smoothie? Or did you put some methyl and blue in it too? Melting compartments. Not appropriate. Thank you, Sam, for keeping this space appropriate. This is not content made for children. However, I know that some of our community members will have their kids next to them watching this content too. So in that way alone, I feel like it's good, overarching good, that we don't engage with too much weirdness while we're in chat. I mean, Uttarakhand is like you wake up and you see outside of your window and boom, big tall snowing mountains kissing the Kaluda and a long range view of the mountain peaks. Big tall snowy mountain kissing the clouds. I did read Kaluda. Kissing the clouds makes more shores. Makes sense. And a long range view of mountain peaks. I do want to go to India for that reason, actually, Madhav. I would love to go and see the Himalayas. I have a thing. Kissing. Like this. Watch. There you go. I joined. It wears the kissing. Here, Josh. Here you go, Joshua. Got the kissing. Are you looking for kisses with the bird? He's being good now. Okay, we're gonna get him in a second. I'm just in this compartment right now. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm having a whole experience inside myself about compartmentalizing. And I think I'm so good at compartmentalizing that I disappear. Okay. that I literally disappear, that I, as I am, ceases to exist, and there is only the compartment I find myself within. You know what I mean? No. It's essentially like, how can I bring it as an example? If you, I think I can actually relate it to my wheel. Is the plants real? Yeah, the plants are in fact real. I was riding a one wheel for a while, right? An EUC, technically. Can you take a bite out of it? No, it's real. It wouldn't like that. And I fell. And in falling on this wheel, I disabled it, technically. It's mechanically still sound. It should still be able to ride if you can turn it on. And that's the part that I broke, the turning on part, unfortunately. However, ever since it's been broken, I have been compartmentalizing, right? And it's almost like the compartment of me that I am, having that wheel as a part of my life, is I don't want to use the word more myself, but it's almost like a room for myself, right? And since I've been compartmentalizing without it, I feel myself disappearing into the state of reality I'm in. We came back pretty late last night, and I have compartmentalized my sleep, right? To the point where if it's my time to sleep, I cease to exist. Literally. Where I'll be like, okay, peace out. I'm sleeping now. My time has come, and I will now go to sleep, I say. Even if there's other cool things to still do. Alright. And I'm curious about that. I'm curious about how much of me has been compartmentalized away. Right? How many parts of myself have I put somewhere and never went to go and get it? It just stayed there. It just stayed there forever. I know how to unicycle. That's 6. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Don't go to Delhi. Go to Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand. You still haven't let me know if I said it correctly. Or Kashmiri, or Mumbai, or South India side. That's my personal advice. Not Delhi, please. I think I'm gonna go to Delhi first. Right? Spend 97% of my time in Delhi. And then if I have an extra time left, maybe I'll go to Uttarakhand. I'm joking, Madhav. I'm just laying it on thick. I'll take your advice. I think you're not the first person to tell me to not go to Delhi. Compartmentalizing your thoughts is just organization. If it is causing a feeling of being cut off from those other thoughts, however, a new mental process may be what you need. I don't disagree with your Sam. What I'm curious about is how it has manifested, right? How it continues to manifest in my life. How much of me is hidden from myself. Because I do believe I am accessing only part of my fullness. And I'm thinking about the conditions that are required, right? What conditions are required of me in order for me to be less compartmentalized? Because as you said, compartmentalizing can be a form of organization, right? An organization can be good, But organization can also be a tool for stress, where if I've organized something in a certain way and someone changes it or moves the thing I organized, suddenly now I am in a aroused state, right? That version of me that organized is now upset. And that's not something that really happens that much. I'm just talking about it from an overarching perspective of how organizing something is kind of a trivial pursuit. Sometimes. Sometimes. Right? Like you can organize all of your forks and knives, for example. But come the next meal, you're going to have to use the forks and knives. And then it'll become unorganized once again. And in that way, it feels like the condition of the knives is the washing of them and the using of them for consuming food again. Right? It's very simple in so many words. However, when it comes to compartmentalizing states of mind and thoughts and even hopes and dreams, desires, your wants, your needs, suddenly it becomes a little bit more complicated, a little bit harder to define exactly what it needs to look like. I mean, it's not my personal advice, but my Indian advice. Can I see yours? Can I see you snore? Uh, want to watch me sleep? Randy, no. No. Maybe having a kid is the solution. Go get a wife. Okay. What conditions are required for me to be less compartmentalized? A new thought structure where the compartments you've created become rooms. It's called the Roman room method. I have practiced the Roman room method. All right. So what Sam is talking about, and this is a technique used by like mathletes and visualizers and memory tricksters. That's the word. Memory musicians, right? Where, as Sam says, they build something in their mind that's called Roman room or the Roman room method. And then essentially what you do is you build a little space in your head and then you identify that space, right? You have a kitchen or whatever, you have a bedroom, you have a sitting area, you have the pool area, you have the TV area, right? And then in your mind, as you try to remember things, as you're walking through these rooms, you're hooking things onto it, right? Like, oh yeah, I walk into the pool room because I need to remember to get pool cleaner, and I put pool cleaner in my pool room so that when I look at my pool room again, I see this pool cleaner, and it reminds me that I need pool cleaner or whatever. It's me doing a very rough example, but it's not personally worked for me, dear Sam, because my room changes. My room is like pool room, and then it goes like this, and then it makes a pool room the size of, a football field. And I'm like, no, not like that. And then it's like, oh, like this. And then it makes a pool room that has like a little jacuzzi in the middle of it. And I'm like, all right, that can work, but it's a little bit small. And then it goes like this. And then it makes a pool with a bunch of interesting looking little tiles at the bottom of them. And I'm like, wow, that's interesting. And then and then like this. And then it changes the shape of the pool to be like swoopies. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's cool. And like this. And then it has one of those pools with the infinity waterfalls, right? With the line of water. And I'm like this. And it doesn't stop. Like I could keep going. I could keep going. It wants to keep going, but near compartmentalizing, putting that imaginative side of me in this little box. I've been using the hemisync techniques more than anything, but the hemisync techniques are also compartmentalizing. You're taught, you literally at the start of your practice, they teach you how to very effectively compartmentalize, right? But you compartmentalize essentially all thought. You put all thought in the black box, and if a thought comes up, put it right back in that box. Another thought, back in the box again. That would be your worst life decision. I will recommend that you go to Delhi after 6 or 5 or 6 years, because the present government is ruining there is making progress. I'm hoping that there will be more progress made, but how for all of the Indian friends living in Delhi. Hey, hey, Dad. He became, he became what? Wabba, wabba. Who was Randy? Randy was a dude who was proselytizing a bit. I'm making pancakes and bacon, and no one can stop me. Making pancakes, making pancakes. Put a bacon, put it in a pancake. My Roman room is a spider web that collects all my thoughts and memories. Hmm. I can see my Roman room being a spider web too, actually, Sam. And no one is literally stopping you. Fortunately not. And I'm hungover. Nice. Bacon pancakes and being hungover. How did that happen, Dan? You want to tell us about last night? That is, although those are my updates. Be aware of science. Yes. It's almost like the science is very clear about alcohol consumption or something, right? Like I want to say some things right now, Dan. Something. Did you know Ellen Watts? Do you know Ellen Watts, Dan? I'll start with that. Do you know who Ellen Watts is? Tell me yes or no. All right. And then, do you know how Ellen Watts died, and at what age? All right. I love Ellen Watts. He's unironically one of my all-time favorite philosophers. However, he didn't respect the science and died. Faking died because of it. What's going on, my man? We will talk about today. Will we talk about today? What will we talk about today? Today we're talking about compartmentalizing. Right? The little rooms you make in your mind and what you put in those little rooms in so many words. Right? I, in my infinite, you have that too, creativity, put things in rooms and then forget about the rooms. Right? I'll be like, oh yes, I'll put this thing here in this safe spot. And then, like a tesseract, that spot collapses into hyperdimension. And over top of it is more hyperdimension. And I'm like, oh well, I guess that, yeah, there it goes, I guess. And you're dropping a little coin. Not into a little pond, but into a black hole, for instance. Have you tried Indian chai? Yes, I have actually. It's easy to make and it's amazing. It's an Indian hot drink with over 1 billion. 1 billion cups of teas are consumed by Indians in one day. So you can guess how easy it is to make. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess tea generally is pretty easy. Put the thing, put the water, put in a cup, all right? Mostly. And how comfortable it is. I personally drink tea 2 to 3 times a day. Is it caffeinated, Madhav? I drink like a single cup of coffee for the most part. Me and Joe do drink tea, but it's not a daily thing for the most part. It happened because he went to a club. I do know Ellen Watts. Yeah. Alan Watts didn't drink mercury. Dan, he drank alcohol. And he vacant died. Oh, you can talk about science and the science about drinking. It's cool. Yeah. Yeah, boom. Boom. Oh, science isn't a liar. Science told him. Science was like, hey, dude, this is not good for your well being. And he was like, I'm going to do it anyway. But again, I get it. Right? It helped him with his flow. That's the way I see it, at the very least. Alan Watts must have known what he was doing. And maybe Isaac Newton did too when he was drinking mercury, damn it. Good morning. PSF, Dreamtooth is here too. Drinking alcohol is much cooler than drinking mercury. Hashtag swag. Nice. I still got the point across that I wanted to. Topical something topical. Who dis? Hashtag hey Hoopy, how's your tooth? Oh, did you get your tooth done? Is it fixed up? Let us know. That was actually perfect. I just came on. Perfect intro. Bless. Indigo. It's nice having you here, friend. Oh, that's sweet. No, who is it be? Did you break up? No. What's your recipe? For my coffee, you put beans, you put water. Technically, I drink a little bit of cream and a spoon of honey too, so I guess it's some sort of recipe. No, I'm familiar with this whole process of going live. I don't drink coffee. You don't? Why is that, Hoopy? Does it make you jittery? I like the way coffee tastes. I think it probably does caffeinate me, but I just like the way it tastes. Mm. Tastes like molten molten coffee ice cream, pretty much. Bzz, bzz. Mm. I still haven't plugged in my freaking microphones. How about we'll go into the next compartment of better audio? How about that? Yes. Sorry about that click. Well, there you go. Suddenly, it's even better. I hope it is. I hope your friends haven't been suffering the normal audio. 1 billion cups of tea, Mr. Powers. Darren is here too. Looking fresh, brother. John, thank you. That's nice of you to say. Man, I wish Isaac Newton never invented gravity. We could be floating around. Asshole, yeah. Why did he do that, bro? I would have loved to be able to fly. Yo, Meld, Google Easy E. What am I Googling right now? Easy E. I don't keep my screen away from you, friends. An American rapper. Looks like a cool dude. Oh, he's pointing a gun at me in this photo. Died at 30. JB's. Ah, the fuck the police anthem. The more you know. What? Why you? What did you? Why? I'm like, what's happening right now? Why am I? Why am I looking at Easy E's obituary? I'm gonna put this up here and put that down there. Look at these plants for me quickly, okay? Wow. Wow, plants. Wowza. Dan says, so listen, y'all, I'm very close to beating the ashes of the damn zombie quest. I need y'all's encouragement and support. I will defeat Vatharion. The Vatharion. I believe in you, Dan. You got this. Excuse me. Today is the day you beat Vatharions. And Koba. Haven't you tried like 17 times at this point? But I will say that's impressive. Good job. Finishing it. Compartmentalizing. I think games is definitely a way for us to compartmentalize too. I used to play 10-ish hours of games a day, sometimes more. And I'm thinking about that version of myself and just thinking about how he was probably compartmentalizing as well. Yes, I have tried many times, but I will defeat it. This is the time. Me too, I've gotten more into games now. How about that, Indigo? I think it is correlative with your own kind of like dynamic of power. I started playing less games when I started doing these live streams. And it was because I felt like I could be doing something else. But in this world that we're in right now, what else is there to do? Right? Like there really is so much experience out there. I'm in this duality of almost like not being able to for the life of me judge what is and isn't good for me. Right? Because I have gamified my health essentially. Especially with this like metric tracker. I really do push myself a little bit harder. And I sleep religiously. I sleep like it's the most important thing in my life, kind of thing. And it is scientifically good for me. Right? The science is very clear on this. It will be good for me to sleep more. However, I know that it will for sure limit the things that I'll experience in this world as well. Right? Some friends, some family members, some experiences, even, will only be accessible late at night during my sleep time. And I'm sure that I could probably benefit from those experiences as well. But today's stream topic is about compartmentalizing. And I'm curious as to how things affect us overarchingly, right? Especially as it comes to the emotional body. Especially as it comes to that point where you are willing to acknowledge, maybe even, that you don't know everything. There's a big thing about the social aspect of humanity that I have a pretty dualistic relationship with, right? Where this, I feel to me, is the way that I engage socially with humanity. But in a way, it's antisocial, right? Because I'm not out there in humanity. And yet, the internet, we know scientifically, is not actually that correlative with mental health. But if you look at the way people use it, it makes sense that it wouldn't be. And then I try and take all of these compartments of knowing, and I try and like squeeze them into this little space, right? I try to squeeze into this space the understanding that we as human beings need social connection. We need to feel like we have a third place, a place to talk, a place to meet other people, a place to experience that is not our home and that is not our workplace. And in a way, many of us are sometimes either in our workplace or in our homes when we interact with this space, right? And that creates an extra compartment of nuance where I don't know if it would make it more good, more accessible, more valuable if I wasn't in a home or in a workspace, but instead in the forest. However, reality is compartmentalized in the way where there's only signal reception in certain places. I guess I could go satellite based, but I'd still have to have line of sight with the sky. And the trees are high. Oh my goodness, the trees are high here. So even if I wanted to just like venture into the forest, holding your friends with me, I might not be able to do that, unfortunately. So it does create like a bunch of nuance in my mind. And then there is the sleep aspect of it as well, right? The energy metabolism. That's the way I see sleep in some way as well. Like you're not sleeping just to recover. You're sleeping in a way to metabolize energy or even metabolize less energy. Going into a restful state so that you can go into a giving state afterwards. I'm thinking about compartmentalization as energy storage vessels now. Mm. Yes, each little compartment is a place for me to put energy. And I've been putting energy towards sleep, which is counterintuitive. You might be wondering why I'm harping so much on the sleep fractal. And it's almost like I've been decompartmentalizing. The reason for me is like, I think it's so apt to me because I don't think I'd be able to cope if I wasn't. Right? Like there are so many things calling for your attention at all times. We're pretty frazzled as a species right now. The fact that we can find some time in this space to disengage with the frequency of it and just kind of like bring ourselves back to, I hope, at least somewhat of a human conversation. I hope you friends are talking with me. I trust that you do. Sometimes you do more than others, right? But I do believe that there is a collective mind space that arises. And the stuff that you think with what I say, if it's good or bad, if it's right or wrong, if it's relevant or not, right, is still adding to the depth of your experience, of my experience, of the world's total experience. Maybe this is a type of compartment for that, right? For that depth, for that human nuance to arise. I appreciate you, friends, and I hope you know. I'm gonna come back and read the chat right now. Good luck again, Dan. You get them zombies. Hello, handsome. That shawl is so pretty. Thank you. This is the oldest scarf that I still have. This was the original gifted with the intent of gifting me a scarf that I ever got. This right here. This is Christian. Christian's my best friend. And at one point, my very first scarf that I had, and I wore it exclusively because I only had one, was this green, red, and yellow scarf, green, red, yellow, and black scarf that had like Bob Marley on it. Literally. I wish I was joking. It was a scarf that Adam had, and then Adam put it on me at a festival. And then he was like, looks better on you. He goes, keep it. I might be paraphrasing, but that's basically how it happened. And that was the first gifted scarf that I got. And then Christian saw me wearing that for a long time. And he was like, well, I for one, I was literally dancing it into destruction. It had these little plastic beads, circular little beads on the edges of the tassels, which would make them weighted, right? And then because of that unequal weight distribution on little tufts of material that was frayed and then tied together, it created like a pulling force where if I would dance with it and fling it around, those beads would pull. They would pull at those seams. So that thing literally turned into pieces, slowly but surely. But before it was completely in pieces, it was just a little bit damaged at that point. Christian bought me this. I'm pretty sure he brought it from Iceland, but I'm not sure. I might be completely capping on that, actually. Botswana? Yes, that's it. He came back from Sedona? Essentially like a reef where he learned how to be a professional diver. Like he's actually certified to be able to teach other people how to dive as well. And I think back from that trip, or one trip from that trip, he brought me this. And he told me that this suits me better. He was like, this suits you, right? Feels very royal to me of a piece. I value it a lot. It is the oldest piece I have. It's actually wild to me to realize that. It still looks good. I'm proud of it. It's lasted way longer than any of my other pieces of clothing. All of them have become destructioed. I'm missing my friend. Thank you for noticing the scarf, dear friend, as well. Physical health or mental health or both. I think the compartments of physical health and mental health. I was gonna do something like this, but actually, I think it's just a circle. Like you cannot have mental health without physical health, and it's so hard to maintain your physical health if you are struggling with mental health. Right? It's correlative, and the work's never done. Literally, ever. For never ever, we're gonna have to do that work forever because we're going to be physical people having a mental experience. Spirits having an embodied experience, right? There is going to be that as above, so below experience happening here for us. A home or your home? Doesn't really matter, does it? There can be that experience of being in a home in other homes as well, in a home. However, are we more home when we're sitting in the forest? That's the point I'm making, Ubi. Like, tell me. Can you tell me? Can you give me some data? Like, please, you tell me. Give me information. I would love it. What isn't MeltMore? Everything is MeltMore. Don't start with me. Oops. We have Blake Griffin at home. Thank you, Kurt. I'm sure Blake Griffin is a cool dude. It's more accessible, but separate from home/work life, even though you show up because you aren't there in my mind. If you are not on my phone, you don't exist. You aren't my roommate or coworker. I'm gonna read that one again because I think it's pretty cool what you said in the go. It's more accessible, this experience, but separate from home and work life, even though you show up because you aren't there in my mind. If you're not on my phone, you don't exist. You aren't my roommate or coworker. Yeah, that's it's a really apt way to think of it as well, right? I've actually had that experience, right? I had this conversation with a friend about that quality of human consciousness, where if I if I'm not there, if I'm not here, I might as well not exist. I might as well, to your perceiver, be AI. I might as well, right? It makes no marked difference, not really, because this is a reflection of you. And then as soon as this reflection goes away, it's like as soon as you stop looking at yourself in the mirror, that reflection of you standing in the mirror still exists, relatively, right? It's still always there. However, when you're not there to engage with it, it might as well not exist to you anymore. Same thing for me. Same thing for me. And in that way, I still do. I promise. Promise you, promise. Yeah, I still exist afterwards. For really? I don't just go into power saving mode. No. I actually blink in and out of quantum existence in a state in which I do exist, and then suddenly I collapse all realities into a state where I never existed at all. I'm going too far. I'm sorry. Indigo, I love that. Yeah, you're taking me to a whole while. Can't I don't know if I can do that for you. I don't even want to read the whole word. I run the world. He asked, give us a meow. That we can't isn't a positive framing of we can. So I'll take it as your belief system part. You know how I feel about beliefs, so damn. I feel, not believe, feel we can. I do feel we can. Think it even. I might even think it. Predict it. I could. Right. When? Don't know. How long it will take us to get to a point where we have figured out exactly what it is we need as a species, collectively, as communities, as individuals, right? And how we engage with this reality to ensure those needs are met. So that we can actually thrive. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people that have this general sense of like, what is it all forwardness? Like, why are we doing this? Are we just doing it to continue to live? To live and then to continue to make more things that lives? Is that the end goal? I think we are here to grow. Right, and that growth is going to probably not be the most comfortable thing we can do. Or the most comfortable thing we can do is lay in bed. Relatively. Very comfortable. Right? And then as soon as you have to get up, and maybe it's cold outside, maybe it's hot outside, maybe it's just right outside, but you don't want to do it anyway because it's more difficult doing that than doing the comfortable thing. And yet we still do. right? We do that. But then there is an overarching experience that arises. And again, the compartmentalizing is what I'm thinking about. Yesterday we talked a little bit about how much we forget. All right? How much I can see. I can already see how much I'm forgetting. And how much of myself I am putting away. Almost like on power saving mode. Like on power saving mode. Like I'm like, this version of me that's capable of these things has not been needed, valued, asked for, right? So I'm gonna deregulate and then deregulate and then deregulate until that part of me just, I don't know. I don't know if it ceases to exist, exists in some sort of superposition, exists and doesn't exist at the same time. Because it's not something that we're accessing anymore. And then I do have moments where I'll kind of like just sit with myself. Look inside my mind. And I'll find little treasures. It's interesting to look outside in the world and find treasures in your mind as well. I don't know if you've ever had that experience where you go out into the world and you experience something that makes you remember something about yourself. That's something you've gone through or seen before. I don't know if there's any compartments, or at least there's one big compartment, right? Maybe that's us stepstoning ourselves closer and closer to oneness. One on the devil. Have we ever not been frazzled as a species, though? Like, pick any point in history, and I bet we're frazzled. I think you might be right. Can you imagine living in like the Roman times? If you lived in like the best place that civilization created during the Roman era, right? Like number one best experience. They were still putting poop in the streets. All right. You were eating olive oil and like slabs of wheat bread. And if you're lucky, if you're rich, maybe a piece of meat every now and then. Right? Like that was kind of this, that was just how they lived. That was just how it be. They had like a whole mountain of pots. They like actually built a mountain. You can go and look it up. They built a mountain out of pots just because of all of the olive oil that they ate. Right? People were literally dying in the streets. Sometimes a corpse would just lay there for a long time. And there are some people, I hope you're not one of them. There's some people that think about the Roman era. Them and their sorted empire, right? Oh, it must have been so grand living in those beautiful marble buildings, with the cloths draping so perfectly over the bodies, elegant, and they're moving around, clean, as the depiction in your mind, bathhouses. But the reality of it is probably like max frazzle. Like I can't even imagine how frazzled I would be in an environment like that. I kind of get just thinking about it. If there is such a thing as a choice incarnation and becoming a human, choosing to be here, then I feel I chose closer to the right era, right? I don't know if I want to live in any one of the past eras. If I was thinking about it from an investor perspective, it would be great being born 10 million years ago. Right? Start gathering resources from the get-go. But no, from a quality of life perspective, we have it a lot better right now. Like a lot. Like even the poorest of the poor, relatively, have it a lot better than the high societies had it just 400 years ago, especially when it comes to our like medical welfare as well. Like people are living way longer and way healthier. That Christian scarf brims with energy, you guys. Like all of Melt's scarves, like that. But that one especially. It's seen the most. The scarf has seen a lot. These fibers encapsulate energy within them. You were born a male, born a male. Yep, lucky me. Especially in this society, am I right? I'm not trying to be insensitive. Just think that we have enough problems. We get enough problems, bro. I don't know what your intention is with asking questions like that, but I'm pretty sure that's not helping anybody. Vegan Christianity. Hello. A lot of people don't realize how vital sleep is unless they're physically pushing themselves. They skimp on rest, not knowing how much their body actually needs, and that's where the breakdown will start. I push my body every day, I train hard, sometimes like life or death, and if I miss my sleep, my body breaks down. People who don't push themselves physically just don't get how crucial that rest is. It's an interesting correlation to make. I've never thought about it that way, actually, Combat Journey, but I think you are right. I think you are right about that. Like, I don't think I push myself as hard as you do. I'll say that much as well. But there is a correlation, as you said, with doing that kind of stuff and realizing how your sleep impacts you, right? Because if you're going to push yourself the next day as well, if you have a routine of consistency, you can so clearly see how your body is shaped by that choice, right? How your energy metabolism is shaped by that choice, how quickly it is for you to get from visualization to manifestation, even. And it is a practice. I feel like I'm still a baby. Still a little baby. Still the smallest little kid. I still have so much growth ahead of me. Maybe I'll be a big kid when I'm 117, you know. But I'm still like trying to learn the basics pretty much. And I feel like I'm finally getting there. I'm finally sitting down with myself and be like, hey, oh, he's basics. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. Just get the basics right, and life will be just a little bit easier day by day. We all gotta get by somehow. I'm not one to judge the living or the dead like that. Yeah, I don't think there's any judgment in my joking about things. There is jest, right? And maybe you can be like, oh, there's some truth in a joke all the time. That sounds like a judgment. Indigo, nice to see you here again, lady. It's true. Old Peas was my Old Peas was my nickname in high school. The frequency of frazzle of talking at the same time. I just realized it might be the ADHD in me, but maybe it's also the travel, the level of engagement we have here. This is a lot for lives, but this isn't one-on-one for coworker or roommate situations. It's true. Maybe that's something that you can like. I'm trying to see it from a positive perspective as low stimulus, right? It can be pretty highly stimulating to have a live conversation with a roommate, as you said, and it can maybe be as high as well if we were just in a direct one-on-one conversation. Suddenly the spotlight's just on you to say the next thing. But yeah, no, no. The past is always there. What are you hearing, Hoopy? Let me know, friend. Your beliefs are a beautiful armor, but make for the heaviest sword. That's a super cool line. I want to save that one. Belief makes for the most beautiful armor, but the heaviest sword. One more time. Beliefs are a beautiful armor, but makes for the heaviest sword. That is such a. I like that a lot. Oh man, man. It kisses with the whole melt, because you can melt armor into a sword. But if you melt all of the armor worth of metal into a sword, it will be like freaking 20-kilogram sword, right? Would not be fun to swing. I'm sort of out of sight, out of mind, and still loved. Right? If you be like, "Hey, I'm here," I'll be like, "Hey, I love you," or something. Spoiler alert: our reality exists inside of a black hole. Yeah, right on the edge. Right on the edge. He said, "Doo doo." I do it on purpose. We do that. Yeah, on the edge, right? On the little interaction layer, the film, the unfolding on the black hole surface. We could. Why not? We're talking. We talking the individual comfort choice. Isn't it crazy that pancake batter would be nasty, but pancakes are delicious? Yeah, pancake batter is not a vibe. You're not supposed to eat it raw. Hi, Zoe. It is cool that we can transform something from not good to very good just by applying some heat to it. Yeah. Is that cool? Is that cool, Zoe? Come here, Come here. Come here, sweetie bird. There you go. You want out? Come on. Look at us. Look at us, Zoe. Look at us, Zoe.
Hello.
Hello. Wow. Zoe. Choo, 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 choo. Good thing those feathers are not made blades. He would have like literally murdered me multiple times in my life. You would have slain me. You would have slain me if you were a danger bird with blades for feathers. I would have been long gone. Oh, you are a good girl, Zoe. She's Zoe, Zoe bird. Hey, this is compartment changed. Boom. We did say we're gonna do that. You've gone bye-bye. Where do you want to go? You are a good girl. Let me just get my kalimba before he yeets it off of the couch, because he will. He will do that. Step to seen. Seen before, then seen before. And now your brain is soup. Yes. Streets, you mean like LA and San Francisco? Bro. At least the poop in the streets in LA and San Francisco is a fault. It's a fault of the plumbing you have. Come here. Come here. Hello, Zoe. You want some scritchums? You want some head scritchies? No. Doesn't want head scritchums. It's like, come on. Oh, come on. Come on. Where do you want to go? You want to go outside? Come on. Step up. Runs away. Of course. Hello. You're silly. Hello, Zoe. I do believe we aren't supposed to be comfortable. I believe we're supposed to evolve through catalysts. I've heard Earth is a very great place for that because it's evolving. I can't remember the words. No, I feel you on that. Law of one. Look into it. I'm into a lot, but I can't think good on new meds. It's okay. I hope that you find. Come on. Step up. Step up. I'll take you outside. Come on. Step up. Come on. You want to go outside. Give me a kiss. Good girl. I'm going to take your papaya, okay? You going to go outside? Oh. Oh, listen to the birdies. Little birdies singing outside. There you go, good girl. Good girl, Zoe. Let me read comments on this side instead. I'm working on a Romeo and Juliet adaptation called Scene King, about the coolest emo kid in high school, and he ends up with a popular pretty girl, and of course, dies. Because it's Romeo and Juliet. And then he dies. Come and watch our movie. This kid we're making you love, look at how charming and relatable. Kill him. Get him. When you were talking about the way life was with, I believe it was the Romans. I can't remember what you said about shitting in the streets and all that stuff. Not much different now, unfortunately. I mean, relatively speaking, right? We live in a world of modern plumbing. They had buckets. And then they would pour those buckets out the windows because that's how you could get it as far away from your house without effort. Oh, yeah, that too, actually. Essentially, a lot of catalysts make a lot of entities want to come here to experience and learn and evolve. Oh, yeah. Melt has already agreed to play the Scene King in the final production. I'm the Scene King? I will, though. Don't you challenge me to a good time, Dan? You think I won't? You think I won't do an adaptation of Romeo and Juliet, the 1700th adaptation of Romeo and Juliet called Scene King? Think I won't do that? I'll do it though. I'll live it. I'll be that one guy that like cares more than all of the rest of the crew. Everybody else is like, yeah, we're actors or whatever, but I will be like, you know, like that. Just like super emotions. Hey Zoe, are you cold out here? You wanna go bye-bye? Come on. This is Zoe. She's a sweetie bird. She's a sweetie bird. Are you a good girl?
Hello.
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 Hello. Are you a good girl? Are you a good girl? Look at that. Got you some peanuts. Got you a peanut. And I'll get you this walnut. Yeah.
You want a cookie?
I'll get you a cookie. Look.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow.
No.
Wow. Happy.
No.
Happy.
No.
You happy?
You want a cookie?
You're gonna get these cookies, Zoe. But you have to first say goodbye to our friends, okay?
No.
Say goodbye to our friends. All right. Let's start with a hello. Say hello to them. Good girl. And then can you do a spin? Spin. Good girl, Zoe. And you wanna let's put these down here. You wanna give me a high five? High five! Wow! Good girl. And then I'm gonna hold onto these and you give me your foot. Give me your foot. There you go. You can get them. Oh, no, let's not eating. Don't start eating just yet. You dropped one of your peanuts. Okay, now you can say bye-bye. Bye. And you're gonna get another one. Give me a kiss. Mwah. All right. Let's go bye-bye, sweetie. Here you go, Zoe. Good girl. You're on TV, Zoe. Wow. You're on TV, Zoe. You're on TV. Literally, as I walk in, there's a big blue and gold macaw on his TV. Yep. Yes. Perspective change once more. Very soon I'll change it again. Let me see how far I am in the chat. Klassen Marketing Matrix. Why do people from the UK have squeaky accents? I couldn't tell you. Good morning. I'm getting ready to have a really nice cup of hot coffee with some eggs, black forest ham, cheese, tomato, and a side of peaches and cream oatmeal. It must be something in the water. Sounds like they're breathing in helium. That's an interesting combination of things to share. It's like, yeah, what's up with these British people? Also, this is exactly what I'm having for breakfast. That sounds good, friend. It sounds nutritious. It sounds like you're gonna, have the energy to have a good day. Body correlates to moving and sleeping. Mm. Let's not have agreement in chat. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not agree. Movement correlates to rest. I'm hearing the voice. I believe you are a real person, bro. Love is true. I am. I am. I promise. I promise I'm real. Promise. I'm just making a joke, almost like me profusely promising that I'm real, creating like a weight in your head where it's like, is he not real? Could he not be real? Is there a possibility that he's not real? Blowing minds today. Hey, Tango. Hope you're having a good time. I also hear your tone. Is that what? The hardest part of finishing something is knowing when to restart. Ooh. Sick line, Hoopy. Hi all, Zoe. Greetings from San Diego. Nancy. What are you doing in San Diego, friend? It's good stuff. I hope you're having fun. Thank you for joining us. You're basically saying you'll be Shia LaBeouf for this guy's movie. Do it. Fuck, just do it. I could do it though. I could do it. But yeah, it's definitely better now for sure. I was just making a joke because when you were describing it, I could think of places like Skid Row. Yeah. Again, I'm talking about the place that we as a society look back upon as like, oh, this was the height of the old times. It was literally not. Right. And now we have to like find small examples of things that are close to as bad, where generally it's not. All right, the best place that we can imagine was horrible. Zoe, be a good girl, okay? Be a sweetie, like Nancy said. And then, stop. You can't just scream. I'll come and spend some more time with you soon, okay? I'm just in the middle of something. Density. That's the word. A density of experience here. You do have to, as the spirit of consciousness, cut through a lot. As a human, it's true. Essentially, density doesn't mean what you think it means. It's like a sciencey way, but the spiritual level one, I guess. Earth has evolved to a density 4 being, and now other beings want to come here. That's pretty cool. Neat. This is a good place to be, I keep saying so. How do you know Zoe is not a robot? Feathers. The feathers are very sophisticated, and they keep growing. Right? He keeps making new ones. That's like for me probably the biggest giveaway. I want tickets to a moving abroad conference and have been staying with a friend. So that sounds nice, Nancy. I hope you're having fun, dear friend. Humans are density 3 beings. Sweet man, friends are the best. I don't know. I don't have any friends, but I also exist in the here and now. I envision you making good friends still, hoopty hoops. We move up through hundreds of thousands of lifetimes through evolution of catalysts and how we react. Do robot burbs eat food? Yep, 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 yep. Dan is ready. Dan is gonna make it happen. There is so much to just say so little. I think it's one of those things that I have no authority to talk on. Right? I think I hear what you're saying in the large sense, where this experience we're here for, the density of this experience. And again, I do see it as like a sphere of consciousness. Each conscious force, when it comes into an experience, creates like a cut, right? You see things as you're cutting through it, kind of thing. And that density topic that you're talking about makes me think about that, where the human experience and the earth experience has high density. So as you as a conscious experiencer cuts through it, it it like impacts you. It creates an experience, a visceral, touches you experience. Where maybe, and this is with my personal experience, when you go into the higher realms, the density of information increases, but the viscosity of the environment drops. You know what I mean? So there's more parts per million in the solution, potentially, right? But they're smaller, which means that the viscosity drops, and you can easily in with flow and maybe see a lot of turbulence cut through consciousness. And then you come into being the human experience, and it's so dense that you have to like slog through it a little bit. You have to like crawling your way through mud kind of experience, right? And apparently, at least to some, that can be a good thing. Are you on steroids? Do you think I am? I would have bigger muscle, so this is just like average muscle size. I've thought about taking steroids, but one, I can't afford to. Is that the only reason? No. No. It's a very good hindrance, I think. Right? I think now, like the original reason I didn't start doing steroids is because I couldn't afford to. When I was 16, 17, 18, I started to actually work out. And I was offered steroids by the freaking gym instructors at the gym that I was working out at, right? So like the literal people that are supposed to guide you were trying to sell me steroids. And I couldn't afford to do them. But when I considered starting to, I started doing the research. And it became very clear to me very quickly that the trade-offs, you do get big muscles quickly, effective, right? However, you pay the price in your endocrine systems and your downregulation of testosterone, and your having to cycle, and you're having to pair it with other compounds to undo the harm this thing is doing, estrogen blockers, and so it became very clear to me that it's not only an expensive thing to start doing, but it's an expensive thing to do. It's an even more expensive thing to do right. And then even if you do it right, the chances of you having to pay even more out of your pocket for heart surgery down the line, or maybe you injure yourself because you're pushing yourself too hard. I was like, no, doesn't seem like the life path that I want to pursue. I am, however, a yoga teacher. I give a yoga class that I, of course, do myself as well every day. It's like 20-ish minutes, technically. And that's basically most of my workout. And then I do a lot of walking, and I dance on Wednesdays, where I can get my heart rate up into the 160s for seconds, more consistently in the 130 to 150 range. And that's pretty much how I've been trying to stay healthy. Is it worth it as a guy, 20-year-old? No, definitely not, dear friend. Like, again, it's a trade-off. Like, the worth it is, what does worth it mean to you? If it's about money, right? If you have $10 billion, right, and you can pay a few $1,000s a month to suddenly have your dream body, you have muscles on your muscles, all right, then it could be worth it for you. Like, oh, this is gonna barely touch my income. I can have muscles. However, is it worth it on a physiological level, right? Is it worth it for your body to look like that, to go through the negative health consequences for looking like that? Absolutely not, right? The average lifespan of a bodybuilder right now is 45, right? You're 20. Do you want to live only 25 more years? It's not guaranteed that that's how quickly it will happen. And I do believe that there will be more stuff coming to market where you could maybe potentially undo some of the damage you did to yourself. But I'm in the philosophy of try to minimize the amount of damage that you are sustaining on a day-to-day, right? Be mindful of your sun exposure. Put sunscreen on if you're going to have sun exposure. Be mindful of your sleep. Be mindful of the food you eat. Right? That's what's going to be true of your experience after you're jacked. All right. If you're super Bojackiev, you're still going to have to put sunscreen on and minimize sun exposure. You're still going to have to eat right. You're still going to have to sleep right. Right. That's the stuff you have to get right first. And if you are not locked in, if you're not getting 7 to 9 hours a night, if you're not eating the appropriate macros, then steroids shouldn't even be close to consideration. And then also time. Start practicing daily, and then spend at least the next 5 years practicing without any pharmaceutical assistance, right? And then after those 5 years, if you're still unsatisfied, come back here, and then I'm going to tell you to spend 5 more years. Love is true. I see people on oxygen tanks after roiding. Yeah. That can happen too. You do so much harm to your heart that it doesn't pump blood as efficiently anymore, or it does it too much, and then you have to supplement with oxygen just to kind of like keep your body operating at its normal baseline. Melt, would you believe I see what I hear, and I can just scream in the middle of bliss? Would you believe I see what I hear, and I can just scream in the middle of bliss? Yeah, I could believe that. Some people have something that's called synesthesia, where their senses blend. You can see sounds or feel music on your skin. Ask me how I know. For me, it's my synesthesia, I think, arises from music. It creates like textures that I can feel inside of me. I'm sorry. So yeah, do you believe me? Hoop de hoops. That's why I dance about it. You'll sometimes see me put my hands in the grooves of the textures that it creates. You got me there, Nan, but I bet you could make a robot parrot that could be exactly like Zoe. You probably would be. We're probably going to do that. It's gonna be less harm if we do that, technically, too. You think that robot burp wouldn't have a script for generating new feathers, Mel? I mean, uh, that robot needs us to kind of like pinch his feathers and stuff sometimes as well for him. There are some humans there outside on level 3 density that have evolved. There are some other entities that have come to Earth to learn that come as level 4, 5, or 6, and they have more conscious connections or abilities. It's pretty cool. What kind of benefits are you trading on Patreon? You can speak about it. Benefits on my Patreon. You have access. If you subscribe to my Patreon, you suddenly get access to thousands, well, 1,500 plus works of art. All right. I don't know any place where you can pay $1 a month to get access to thousands of arts. All right. Boom. Benefits. Get benefited. I see people on oxygen mask. Yeah. Hello to you, Elliot, the cashier. You have to keep normal. I don't have any such compulsion. After hearing your words, better to be natural. Better to be natural, friend. Right? You can guarantee. You can guarantee nothing, actually. Right? You can start doing steroids, get super jacked, and then get hit by a bus. You can not do steroids and get super fit. And I think fitness is more important than jacked. Right? Be super fit. Be fit. Have the ability to keep pushing your body for extended periods of time, right? Feel that strength. And then get hit by a bus. So in that way, nothing is guaranteed. However, if we believe, if we are operating on the condition that we'll continue to live for a while longer, right? I want to see tomorrow, then we can be sure that starting to do steroids will make that tomorrow more difficult. It will, right? Because it's going to be another thing that you have to think about. It's going to be another thing that will call to your mind. Every time you have a pain in your chest, every time your arm goes asleep because you laid on it funny, it's not going to be just, oh, this happens sometimes and I'll see the other side of it. It's going to also be, oh, maybe this is happening because of what I did to myself, right? The psychological weight of those choices, I think, is the biggest thing, right? What you choose is going to be yours to live with, right? And you're going to have to look at that, look at your life through the lens of those choices. And I think it's very hard sometimes to take full responsibility like that. But when you start going down that pathway, it becomes extra mindful. Like I try to like study the impacts of things first. And then there is a little bit of like almost like testing the waters where you have to experiment for yourself, right? Like breath work. I am not nearly as into breath work at this point in my life than I was earlier in my life. And it felt, at least to me, during that time, like I was getting uh, like zooted. It was like I was getting like zooted. It was like I was doing a drug, but it was my breath work. And it didn't resonate with, I think it's probably good for me still, right? Oxygenating my cells. But I was also feeling, and maybe I could come back to it with more mindfulness, I was feeling like I was doing it for the wrong reason. And maybe that's the question that you have to ask yourself. If you're going to pursue health, pursue, a life of goodness, what does that look like? I can feel music, nice. There is only a black abyss upon death. Now fall into it. Hurry, hurry. I sometimes see colors too. Any takers on thousands of arts in chat? What are you trying to say, Hoopy? What do you want from me, bro? Are you not entertained? Are you not fucking entertained? Huh, Hoopy? Am I not doing enough? Is that what it is? Why do you think I'm like, we've already filled out the paperwork for my work authorization. I have accepted. I have accepted that I'm not going to be able to necessarily make a living, right? Being an artist. I've accepted this. All right, this is me coming to terms. Like instead of compartmentalizing, now I'm breaking open compartments. All right? All right? But that doesn't mean I'm going to give up. Doesn't mean I'm going to now delete my entire Patreon, all right? To put my head in the sand. No. I'm still going to stand proud of what I've created. Thousands of unique things that didn't exist before my hands made them so. Thousands of things. And I will create more thousands of live streams. All right. What more do you want, Bobby? Get freaking retalk though. You can't get to tomorrow till today is done. True. True. Today is a good day. Yeah. I'm out guitar shopping right now. We have to form our band of acoustic guitar, whatever their little thing is. What you play? Oh, this little thing, my kalimba. That's cute. You do actually get ones that have audio jacks, right? So you could put them on amps. Melt plays solid kalimba. Thank you. Thank you, Hoopty. Could you use flower art? It seemed like it wasn't. My final form. Right. And I've said this before, Hoopy. Maybe you can hit me up, bro. I do want to make a physical piece for someone. I'm gonna use my yoga room as my little gallery in the short term, but there is gonna have to be a little bit of elbow grease applied. I am happy that I can commit and remain committed to this promise that I've made. Did you watch Monarch season 2? It's amazing. I can't say that I have watched Monarch season 1 either. Oh. All right. You know what? I'll play some kalimba. I think that's what's gonna happen next. My arms are feeling a little bit tight. Any takers? This human experience. The fact that no matter how much I create, I won't be able to touch what already is. Right? The isness of reality is so magnificent. The way a tree can just grow a leaf, make a flower. Shit. I'm gonna be back in a second, okay? I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly. It should be on again. Big hugs to you, Indigo. Yay, big hugs. Thank you for the hugs, friends. Love is true. All right. Maybe you're yaying about the kalimba play. That's what I'm seeing. There we go. Alrighty. Sam is dropping her new canvases. Looking at that in general. Damn. I just read Hoopy's message. It is my birthday soon. You're right. Very close, actually. It is something that's been a little bit on my mind. I usually don't think too much of my birthday, but I officially made it. I survived 27. I'm gonna survive it, friends. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. Maybe that's why I decompartmentalized from my wheel. Maybe there's a part of me that was like, don't die, oh. You're too close. You're too close to the edge. Come back again. I don't know. Oh, you did was in creative space? There we go. They're coming through now. Ooh. These are cool. I like them. That's awesome, Sam. They do look so good together as well. Could see them being like side by side pieces. Very nice. Very nice. Like it. I like the direction. Thank you for sharing with us your work, dear Sam. Am I comfortable like this? Am I gonna be comfortable like this? I think it's time for a compartment change. Yeah. They look like the shared breath. I'm really happy with how they came out. They look awesome, Sam. Well done, friend. Is that the perspective? Nay. How about as such? Nice. Comfy. like I'm in Minecraft. I was just imagining Combat Journey is like, oh shit, I'm in Minecraft. Just walks up to the nearest tree. Starts Combat Journey. Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry. I absolutely love this music, but I've got to head out. You don't have to apologize to me, friend. I appreciate you sharing your presence with us. May you have a beautiful day out there in the world. Thank you, friends, for joining me. Let me go get my cards. No, I will go to where my cards are. I feel like you were under the impression that you were a genius. And superior amongst everyone else. Okay. Like no one is more wise than you. Oh, man. Oh, I'm still gonna read it, so I'm curious. Like no one is more wise than you. You don't value anyone's opinions more than your own. And you said, prove me wrong. Well, I feel like that was proof enough, wasn't it? My literal willingness to, after one of my moderators have decided that you're not trying to engage in good faith, to remove it. And I was still curious. I was like, let me see what... And then your reason for challenging me on that is for me to prove you wrong? Like, how? What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to prove that I value your opinion. What does proof look like to you? Is this not proof enough? Love is true. You have a space here too, right? If you consider me wise, what's the word you use? Genius, superior. Wow, I'm like just some dude sitting on a couch playing a little instrument. Like, what's superior about that? Very, very baseline. Just a person having a person experience. I'm just kidding. You're just hot and intelligent and humble, so it makes my teeth grinding. It makes me teeth grinding level of envious. That is very self-aware. Wow. Well, I trust that you can also. Like the way I'm thinking about it is just from the perspective of like how I at one point was when it comes to like my self-belief and confidence, right? And who it is I am. And then doing things that I feel I can be proud of, little by little, right? And every single person has a capability to do that, right? You don't have to change the world. You can just learn how to play a little instrument and love doing it. I don't think I'm good by the world standards either. That's the best part about that fractal. Like I just kind of like freestyle, where some people can hear the notes and they can play music they've heard before on the notes. I don't know how to do that, right? So I know that I'm not where I could be technically. But when I'm playing that little instrument, there's no judgment for myself, at least, other than it's supposed to sound good, right? Why does your voice and accent have to be so relaxing? Like I hate everything about you, but but you're great. I'm sorry that I create that experience in you, I guess. I hope you find peace, friend. Like this space is for you too. If you go and look at my channel, you'll see we've been doing this a long time. We do it just a little bit every day. Just a little bit. If you'll humor me, right, this next part might be a little bit even weirder. I've been pulling these cards. I did take a little bit of a compartmentalization break. My dad is not into sacred geometry. Didn't like it. So one of the conditions of him allowing me to stay at his place was that I stop pulling these cards. All right, he was very adamant on it, and I respected that. I was like, okay, Dad, that's what you want. I'll let you have that. But now, since I'm back, I have started pulling them again. Today's stream topic is about compartmentalization, melting compartmentalization a little bit. That instrument I lost to someone else's house and hands. And now I have it back again. So I didn't get to play that instrument for almost 2 years. And Zhao got me a new one. So I've been unlocking that part of myself as well. Where are you from? Like the accent, I'm curious about. I'm from South Africa. Ek is 'n Suid-Afrikaanse seentjie. Ja. Ek is van baie ver af. Ek het 30 ure gevlieg. Wel 30 ure geverkeer om hier so te wees. Traveled 30 hours to be in this space. From a farm in South Africa, where I did this same stream, you know, back in the day, like, just like I'm like looking at myself through the lens of the farm almost. Like the farm, like it shaped my soul. I feel like it shaped my soul so much. And this space is a whole new compartment. Do you live in America? Illuminate. Do you live in America? I am curious. I've only been living in America for 3.5-ish months now. I think the conditions could probably be better. Yes, I do. The conditions are definitely not optimal. Near. But if you can get really good at compartmentalizing, I think we can still make it. We can still be fine. So, do you want to tell me when to stop? Anybody? Feel free. Tell me when I'm supposed to stop. Where in America are you? And I feel you on the conditions. I'm in Indiana. Indiana in Orange County. So, pretty much in the middle of the Hoosier National Forest. Stop in 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh yeah. This is the card. Ooh, that's fun. Yeah. This is one of my, like, almost like my homie cards, right? Like the cards that I associate with the friends in this space. Come to Colorado, you'll love it. Best state in my opinion for the culture. Colorado. Colorado is the one of the mountains, right? I'm still new here. Have nature for nature, yeah. Yeah, nature. Yeah. I'm down for some cultures, but I love to see culture through the eyes of nature, right? Or see nature with the eyes of other culture. You know what I mean? Tomorrow is my birthday. I need this to be good. It's good though. It's good. And it's your birthday on the 10th of May. It's my birthday on the 14th of May. So we're both Tauruses. Or Tauri, right? But I do feel like we embody that lion spirit as well, that fire, that spirit kin, right? Some spirit kin card. Spiral into the chest. Colorado has it is the one of the mountains. There you go. Colorado is the one of the mountains. Nice. I do like mountains. I'll take that. Check this. If you hear the reading, it's gonna be extra cool, dude. I love this card so much, and I haven't pulled it since I started working with the deck again. This feels right. Feels very right. Courage. Courage and transformation. Ooh, wowza. How about that? Like, you did come in here testing the waters a little bit, you know? Maybe it took some courage to throw that out there, see what you'll get. And there was a pretty rapid transformation, right? Self-awareness, like the full arc happened real quick. Let's see. Zoe, fine, let me get Zoe quickly. Okay, Zoe, fine. You want to be here for this reading? My little spirit kin? Are you my little spirit kin? Come here. You want out? Come on. Come on, Zoe. Step up. Good girl. Wow.
What up, good girl?
You are a good girl, Zoe. All right, Zoe. Do you want to step on my knee? You want to step here? Step up. Step up here. Step up. Step up here. You can step up. Oh, you don't like the book? Step up. There you go. There you go. It's a good Zoe. All right.
Hello.
Hello, Zoe. If you're a good girl, we'll do the thing you want, okay? But I'm not going to say the word because he's going to get hyped. The shaman. The shaman.
Want a cookie?
In a second, I promise. Okay, you be a good girl? You be a good girl? Hello.
Want a cookie?
1 second. Let's see if you can stick it out for this reading, Zoe. The shaman dances and drums around a fire and has called in the energy of his spirit kin.
Want a girl?
A mountain lion, also called puma or cougar, speaks of strength, courage, and transformation. It's our birthday soon. You know, there is transformation in aging. Golden spirals kindle this fiery energy.
Want a girl?
Yes, you are a good girl, Zoe.
Want a girl?
You are. Chillax. He's like getting impatient. Are you getting impatient? Fine. He's gonna be distractible. You wanna go bye-bye? Let me take you outside and then I can read this card in peace. Alright. Step up. All right.
Want a cookie?
I'll take that. You're incredible entertainment and likable. I see nothing but blessings and success for you. Thank you, friend. I thought it was a blue macaw. He's a blue and gold macaw. Look at that big old gold chest. Happy, happy, happy. Happy, happy. You want a cookie? Happy, happy, happy. Right. Do live streams have closed caption options?
Want a cookie?
I don't know. Maybe not yet, actually. I think it might still be a little bit data intensive. I think maybe if you have a pixel or something like that. What do you do for a living to be able to afford that beautiful little buddy bird, if you don't mind sharing, aside from streaming? If the context has to be shared in so many words, I married. I am married into having a bird, essentially. Right? It's like you've heard about marrying into wealth. Now get ready for marrying into blue and gold macaw. That's essentially how it happened. And the blue and gold macaw wasn't bought by Joe. It was basically like a rescue that Joe took in because he outlived his previous owner. He's 30 years old. That's beautiful. Yeah. Like it was took a while for me and him to get along, but now we're homies. We understand each other. We have a certain language. I know what he wants. I know what he wants very well. You see, now he wants to come back inside. He's ready to come back inside. He's letting me know. What a lovely thing you guys are doing. Thank you, friend. Yeah. He's a good bird. He's had his previous household or where he came from. When Joe had to bathe him when she basically took him in as a rescue, they washed him, and there was literally brown water coming off of his fur from the cigarette smoke that he was constantly around. So feels like we get to improve his little quality of life. He's actually a robot. A super sophisticated machine. Yeah, Zoe. You want to come back inside? You want to go bye-bye? Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go.
Want a cookie?
You want some? You want some unsalted peanuts? Unsalted dry roasted peanuts and unsalted unroasted almonds.
Want a cookie?
Yeah, you want a cookie? Are you a good girl? Zoe bird. Zoe. Wop, 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 wop. Wop, 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 wop. Don't bite at me, you silly bird.
Want a cookie?
You want a cookie? Are you a good girl? Look at these cookies that I got you. Look at that. Ooh. You want to say hi and bye to our friends quickly? So I can read this card finally in peace without you screaming in the background. I'll give you some. Look, there's all them treats. You say hello to our friends. Hello. Good girl. Good girl. I didn't ask for a kiss, but you can give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. It's like, no. Thanks. It's actually a robot. Very sophisticated robot. Hey, be nice. Be nice. Stop being so impatient. You want to go on the back of that couch? Yeah? Okay. All right. That's unexpected. Usually he's very motivated. He's going to realize, wait a second, why aren't you giving me those peanuts? He's like, did you not realize that those peanuts were actually mine? I'm going to figure out a way. I'm going to figure out some way to get close to you. Are you actually sneaking out right now? Are you? Okay, no, he's not sneaking out. You can go back to it. Sorry, I've been distracted. Love is a red rose. It's such a great name, by the way. Nice. Synchronicities. I'm sure he enjoys all the plants. He's enjoying it too much.
Oh, that's true. All right. Sorry, I've been distracted. I heard that music. It sent me into a trance of building a cabin for an hour. He just like beat a bunch of trees up to get wood, and then he built a cabin out in the woods. Come on, you wanna get these cookies now? Are you ready? All right, let's quickly show them a spin. Spin, spin, spin. Wow, 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 wow. Cool. And then give me a kiss. Mwah. And then give me a high five. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, fine, fine. You can get them. Fine. Here, you got another one you're missing. And say bye bye. And say bye bye. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't eat them. Mwah. Say bye bye. Good girl. Wow. There you go, Zoe. Nice. Enjoy your cookies. Such a good bird. Sweet. Pay the man, then ask for favors. Oh, that's hilarious, Sam. It's the first line of a poem by Robert Burns. That's right, my username is just a pun about burning folks. Well, at least we have fire. How about that, Sam? More synchronicity. Get synchronized. Spirit kin. I'm going to read the whole thing again. This shaman dances and drums around a fire and has called in the energy of his spirit kin. Mountain lion, also called puma or cougar, speaks of strength, courage, and transformation. Golden spirals kindle this fiery energy. We call upon this magnificent spirit kin to demonstrate the gift of courage. Courage enters your life in many different ways. It is fearlessly standing up for what you believe to be true. Courage is being confident in your discernment and ability to speak from your heart. It is trusting that the universe is on your side, guiding and protecting you. Courage is the strength that comes from within. It is being who you truly are without fear or judgment of yourself or others. It is speaking out when you believe strongly for or against something. It is the power to transform fear into love and to bravely follow your own visionary path. Courage is transformational. Transformation is courageous. Trust your ability to call in the transformation that your vision requires. Find the courage within yourself to express your gifts and have confidence in knowing you can make a real difference in the world. Damn. Did you pull it reversed? Was the card upside down when it came out of the deck? I think it might have been. If you may be feeling cowardly, more likely it is a lack of self-confidence that finds you concerned that you are unworthy. Release your anxiety and courageously step into your personal transformation. Damn. The fact that I was like, I said that. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say that to you after your moment of like vulnerability or, self-awareness? It's that you get to have your personal transformation. Every single person is going to go through their personal transformation. I like to share a favorite quote related to love. You guys might like it. The accumulation of love is grief, yet we love despite the inevitable. We open our hearts to it. To grieve deeply is to have loved fully. Open your heart as you did to what you loved, and you will find every reason to keep living. That is beautiful. I think that's a quote that Joe has said as well. Right. To love is to grieve. But I don't think I've read the rest of it. To grieve deeply is to have loved fully. Open your heart as you did to what you loved, and you will find every reason to keep living. That's such a beautiful line. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I hope that you heard your reading as well. I feel like I needed to read that too. Right? Every single time. It's not just you that this card is being read to, it's being read to all of us. And I do hope all of you friends do take these messages to heart. I am looking for my other deck. It's shockingly enough from a video game. Video game writers are underrated. I mean, video games are some of the best stories to experience. One of my favorite all-time story experiences, like ever, is The Witcher 3 Hearts of Stone. Specifically the DLC. I love The Witcher 3, the whole of it, and all of the stories are amazing. However, Hearts of Stone is like, just like it was so good that I was like being rushed by goosebumps like multiple times throughout the story arc. I was like, oh my goodness. I'm feeling so much. And then you're involved. You're involved too. It sucked me enough from video game. Thank you for reading that card. And I will take that message sincerely. You are loved. You're a friend. We have so much potential. Everything you see in me is a reflection of you, right? You have beauty in you too. I love you. You're becoming my new favorite streamer rapidly. I love The Witcher. Yeah, when I was on house arrest in China, story for another day, I basically played Witcher 3 to cope with that. I played the entire game. I played 120 hours, I think, in 2 weeks. Yeah. So much Witcher. Really did love it though. And then one of my best friends, close friends I should say instead, bought me the DLCs as a birthday gift. Early enough, for the synchronicity. So it's very close to now. I think he bought it for me like around this time, like as a preemptive birthday gift. All right, I'm gonna pull another one of these. This is like a work your life. This is kind of like an oracle deck actually. Yeah. Oracle cards, a guidebook. Right. Not to tell our future, but to give ourselves a perspective of where it is we're going. This one. I don't think I've pulled this card many times. Hey everyone, hey Dry. How you doing, friend? How's this Saturday finding you? People are mowing them lawns out there. Oh my goodness. If the sun is shining, they're mowing lawns. I have legit, I don't think I've ever in my life had so much baseline lawnmower sound in my ears. It messes with me a little bit. I do appreciate going out into the trees to get away from the lawnmower sound. Please, please, please tell me you've played Expedition 33. I have stood by one of my best friends while he played Expedition 33. Right, so I like know the monsters and I know the portal travel dynamics and I know the cool map that is a map to other maps. But yeah, if not, please do a stream playing it. You'll absolutely love every bit of it. Everything's amazing. Writing, character development, music, visuals. You're not wrong on any of those metrics. However, the most powerful computer we have in this house right now is, I think, a Mac Mini. And I barely use it. I think I've used it a total of 1 time. I turned it on and used it for something 1 time now. And I haven't done it again. And I don't know if it'll be able to play Expedition 33, especially not at high fidelity. I'm very sleepy. I hope that you find reasons or stuff that will bring wakefulness. Talking about, it's 11:36 And I still haven't even made a dent in my coffee. No console? Do I? I think the most recent console we have is a PlayStation 4. Yeah. And an Xbox 360. Can you play? You don't know? Probably not. Probably not. Maybe I should get into gaming. Might be the next thing. I actually did. When I initially started streaming, weirdly enough, I did think that I wanted to become a gaming live streamer. However, our internet was so atrocious that I never really had, I think, the bandwidth to be able to do it properly. And I still think there was like some weird... I think I had RAM issues literally from day one, but I never identified it as such, right? Only later in my PC's life did my RAM sticks actually die. But at that point, I had already bashed my head against the metaphorical struggle of having it interrupt my signal feeds, and then it just gets stuck on a single frame and it doesn't continue to generate. I tried to be a gaming streamer, and I was like, well, sometimes you can't get a PC to do what it's supposed to do, but at least I can do what I'm supposed to do. Yes, you should. We accidentally bought Expedition 33, so I tried to pick it up in Yo. I super love story-driven games, but I could not get into it. It is one of those that you probably have to like lock into and pay attention. You have a 360. I want to get one of those to play some games from childhood eventually. That's kind of cool. I don't know if that one works, but maybe it does. Rose, no, it's supposed to be confusing until all the pieces connect about halfway through. 2/3 of the way through. It's like, yeah, you're supposed to be confused. And then when it all connects, you're like, oh! And then you get the satisfaction of that, right? Plot twists. Inner temple. We did talk about the Roman room, didn't we, Sam? The card we pulled is Inner Temple. That feels kind of oracle-y, right? Yeah, and oh, you mean I wasn't supposed to suss out the whole storyline within a few minutes? It's like, yeah, I know where this is going. Gestures broadly. Inner temple? Inner temple? Devotion. Tune into the portal of your heart. I just think some games give you the gist of the plot without mystery from the jump, you know? Yeah. Not all video game story writing is original. No. Inner temple. There it is. Yeah, I know where this is going, and I usually play... And I can usually play through that, but not this time. I do that with soap operas all the time. Your friends. All right. Let's see. Will you be able to predict what this is going to say? Something, inner temple, right? That's okay. Not for everyone. All right, Melt. Just got my new guitar, classic acoustic, nylon stringed. I'm ready to do this. Let's Minecraft this world up. Just starts like jamming, and then things just start happening. You know, basically I have bots in the world. My husband was watching the Fist on Netflix, and the final season was on. Dude was going up a cliffside to somewhere, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna get up there and find it totally empty. He was fucking pissed. Predictability. Inner temple, devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. You, yes, you, are being called to be a devoted student and tune in to your heart. To incorporate true devotion into your life, you could... This thing is like messing with me. To incorporate true devotion into your life, you could be being called to develop a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice. Have you been called? I feel meditation is the thing that's been calling to me, actually. I should meditate more. I'm going to go do that. After this, I'm going to go sit in a dark room, and I'm going to go, Om. Oh. I wish I was joking, but that's definitely what I'm going to be doing. And it feels good. It feels good sometimes. Tunes you into yourself, tunes you into your heart, right? Or to show up to your soul with rhythm. To develop a daily practice where you fill up your well and spend time with your soul. We do that here too, I hope. All of the answers to all of the questions that you are seeking are waiting for you in the portal of your heart. But you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you. And so, the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn. And you are being called to go deeper in your soul's growth and to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already been a committed student, then you are being commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud they are of you and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to turn your focus towards devotion and this prayer. Please use me in the way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. May my life be one big moving prayer. Let me, showing up in the world, come to people like they've been praying to have that, right? The help that you offer, the kindness that you give, the perspective that you share, like they were praying for it. That is beautiful. All right. Girls, the time you spend in the shower holding your boobs and staring at is in fact meditation. Do your thing, man. Sit in the dark room. Watch out for monsters. They spawn in the dark rooms. The monsters are all inside of my mind. Anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. I gotta get to sleep, to work tonight. I love your guys' energy. Keep spreading your positivity and influence in the dark chapter of our Earth story. Bless you, dear friend. Thank you for being a presence in this space today, for the way that you have shared, transformed courageously even. It really is beautiful. I'm so grateful for this story that we kind of like went through in this stream. I love this. I love you. We've been here for 2.5 hours. I think it's time for me to go and meditate. Yes, spend some time. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace upon you, dear friends. Go and be good now. Thank you for joining me here. Love to you. Bye-bye.